What's up guys, it's Captain Rex Productions 72 and welcome to Building Christophsis episode 9. And we are going to be working on the second tower along with the tower bridge, which will be in the middle of the two towers. And it will be partly destroyed in some section. So I did some can't speak today. Did some work off camera. I'll show you guys that now. I'll just do it this way, so you guys can see where I've been working. I built up the area around it with the blue parts, and I added just like the base and a couple parts of the base of the tower. I did add the wheel arch parts already, so yeah, we just have to build it from there. I decided, since you guys have seen that already, you didn't want to see more. Wait, so I didn't anticipate how long last week's episode would be, 40 minutes, but yeah. Why did I say last week? It was only on Tuesday. I'm getting confused here. But yeah, so the plan this week is we're going to build up with these pieces, which won't go too far. We do have quite a lot of window parts, but unlike the other tower, because you will be able to see all four areas, we'll be putting 4 windows on each level. And I'll also be doing the floor around it, like the flooring area here. Yeah, that'll be happening. So I'm going to I'm still deciding on that one. I'm not going to say put it in the comments because, well, you're going to see what I do with it in this video. As you can see, I did put an area of black there, and there's a bit of black, you can't see it, but it's there, next to that tower. I'm either thinking a whole bunch of these parts, or just grab one, or a few in my case, just so you guys can see more than one of them. Could just use a whole bunch of these parts, as I didn't actually end up using them on the towers like I thought I would, because I'm, you know, I'm going to change the design slightly because everything worked out better than what I thought it would. So yeah, I'm going to try and make this one, at least try and make it under 40 minutes this time round. But yeah, so we're going to be filling in that floor area. Well, that'll be the first thing we do. Then we'll be building the tower. We'll be building up with all the grey parts. Then after that, I'm going to be digging out all the black parts to make the charred section of it. But yeah, so I don't think we'll get up too far with the light grey. Like, we're not going to get too far with these parts today, I don't think, because obviously we want it to be charred. If there's a lot extra and I feel it goes too high with those, I can always save those for another part of the mod. They can always be used somewhere else. That's the fun of Lego. But yeah, so today's intro is rather short, but yeah, so we're going to be working on the ground area here, the tower, and the bridge, so that whole area will be complete and it will look awesome. So I will be back once we're ready to start building the floor. So I got some of the parts to do the flooring, so we're going to start off using these parts here to show you guys. Now if we run out, which I do have more in a box, like in a tub here, but in case that's not enough, I have a whole bunch of these, so who knows, it might be like half and half or a mix. I don't know, but we'll start with the smooth ones first and we'll work away from there. So I'm just going to adjust this so you can get the best angle of the area that I'm going to be building. So yeah, and we'll just start by placing these parts in. I'm hoping that there's enough at least so we can get somewhat of the way in, because I don't want it to all look flat. I want like some sort of a smooth texture in an area, and I thought between these two towers would be the best place, you know, to implement that. Just hoping, well, you know, enough parts. So yeah, on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, we'll be 10 episodes in, and I've really been enjoying doing this. It's gonna be sad when I end this series at the end of July, but you know, it was a fun series, and it's gonna last obviously longer than Building Forum did in 2018, because that series only lasted for like 14 episodes, and I think episode 14 was actually the final. 14 or 15 videos in total for that series, and you know, that by any stretch of the imagination is not enough. Like, for a start it was good, but you know, compared to what I probably could have done if I had thought about the design more and stuff. But yeah, so I've just discovered something cool. I never noticed on one of the parts. I have this one that's got like a Republic symbol or something on it. Well, it's making me think of a Republic symbol. Yeah, we're not going to use that, but I'm definitely going to use it elsewhere. But yeah, we're almost out of these, you know, grey parts I'm using, but I have a lot more, so I will just cut the camera for a bit, dig them out and find more. I found a decent amount right now, obviously, you know, just to get the building process started. But yeah, just gonna find a few more. I'm gonna finish. Well, no, I've finished the row that one. But yeah, so that is the progress I've made so far. I'm just gonna try and, you know, grab any ones that here at the top of this pile. There's quite a few still left, so we might get a lot. We might get far in, we might not. Should I start from the other side? I'm unsure on this. Still figuring that part out, but yeah, I found more parts and we'll get started. Right then, so just gonna continue to place the parts. Again, like I say this in every YouTube video I do, I apologise for background noise. But like I say to those of you who repeatedly complain, I live in a house of other people. There's gonna be noise. Please stop pointing out the background noise. I can't help it, and it's just gonna be something you guys have to deal with. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. Well, yeah, speaking of subscribers, I said in the last episode, right, I was at 440 subscribers, and I said let's try and hit 450 by July 16th, because the last episode was on the 16th of June, and well, we're 3 subscribers away from that, so who knows, we could get 460 by July 16th, but yeah. In a second, I'm going to cut the camera and dig more of these parts out so I don't have to keep digging for them. There's plenty in here that I can see. I just think it'd be better, you know, to have them all out. So I'm just going to find 2 more, finish the row I'm on. Got 1, and yeah, 2. And then I'm going to cut the camera for a bit, dig out all those parts that I can find, and then I'll be back. So I'll be back once I find more parts. Okay, so you can see in frame a whole bunch of the parts. Now I dug out every single one of those parts that I could find in the silver, well, kind of tub thing that I've been using. But yeah, let's get back to building that. So there's a few in here that aren't like a perfect colour. Like there's the rest of them. There's ones that are a bit kind of this colour. Don't know if you can tell, but see when you see the overall flooring, you will be able to tell right away. Now I'm not planned where they're going. They're probably just gonna end up in random, like the odd, like, you know, part of the ground that just isn't the correct colour, like it's either been worn down or it's been shown. I've got one here, like if it's in the handful of parts that I pick up, it will end up in that area. That's kind of how I'm doing this. I'm going to start doing them from both sides, so that if I run out in the middle, I can always put those black bits in and put some fire pieces, like the ground has been set alight or something like that. So, you know, I do have some contingency plans, you know, for things like running out or just like part shortages, but that shouldn't happen. We should be fine. At least I think we will be fine. If not, we're screwed. I'm sure when you look at it now, you can see what I mean. Like there's an odd part there and there's one up there as well. I think I have one more in here that will end up somewhere. I have no clue where that will end up, so we'll both find out. I can see the part right now, but if it, again, it will have to be in a handful. But I don't think it will be. One thing I want to apologise for in advance, this video will be a long one. And I mean that. Like, I know it might seem long now, but this is only the flooring we've done so far. And it itself isn't actually finished. Like, there is still plenty more that I am going to have to do, at least in this episode, to get like as much content fit in as possible. Because also there's the backtrack of stuff. Like, this ground could have been finished, but I couldn't do it till I had the bases of the towers and all the barricading around it done, so I knew where I still had to put the ground and what parts to use. I didn't have any grey plates, well I do have quite a few left, but they're going to be used for like the bridge and the roofs of the towers, all that sort of thing, so I didn't want to use them here, because then I wouldn't have had something to put on those parts, which would have been a shame, and it would have, you know, it would have just generally ruined the look of the whole thing. But, you know, I'm using this method and I like it, and we're going to have some extras left over. So after this bit, which is going to end in a few seconds, I'm going to cut the camera, you know, I'm going to dig out some of those black parts that I'm going to be using for the charred part of the tower. I will not be adding the fire details in this video. That's getting its own video because, well, I think that's something I can make a video of, all the different ways I'm going to be attaching it. Again, this video is got a new format, well, completely in my old videos. It's been filmed on a tripod, which is how I'm building in front of you guys, and we're using that merger thing again, well, which we've been using for like a couple of weeks now. Yeah, so there is the flooring in between the barricades. So if I just show you guys, you can see like the three that aren't the same color, but that's intentional. Like if I really wanted to, I could have used them because what you guys can see there's a whole bunch of spares there. I have no idea where they're going. I'm not worrying about that in this episode. That is not what this episode is about. But yeah, you can worry about that in the small details episode. So I am gonna cut the camera for now. I'm gonna I'll get all the parts ready for the tower. I already have all the window parts, so yeah, I'll be back in a minute and we'll get started. Okay, better zoom out slightly. So yeah, I have been picking up the parts we need. I added the two windows that would have been there. I didn't have enough blue arches to make it, to go all the way around and have it look right. But yeah, so I'm gonna start just, same as the last video really, the building process has not changed in any way. It's pretty much the same design. Only on this one, again, like I think I said before, we're gonna be adding windows all round because, well, you can see all of them and, well, you won't be able to see that one, but looking down, like from either side, you would notice. So I'm just gonna add both on either side. So I intend to go at least with the greys far up so I can go like in terms of windows. Once I run out of window pieces, we will stop going upwards. But yeah, we have plenty of window pieces, but when you're using 4 at a time, it's gonna go down quite quick. But yeah, hopefully we get some decent. If it ends up taller than that building, I won't matter too much. If they're not the same height, because one could just be taller. I don't know. Or I could maybe build a charred brick part up at the top. I don't know. Of the one that's already complete. These are all good ideas that I've just been thinking about since the last time I cut the camera. To grab all the parts now. You can't see them, but you can see all the small 1x1 smooth studs. In fact, you can see a few of them. They're over. Well, you can see black parts if you look at the left-hand side corner. Those are all the parts we're going to be using. Well, most of those parts for the charred section of the building. So just add a row, add more windows. It's already going down quite quick, the amount of windows we're using. But this is going to be the destroyed building out of the two. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun building all this mock. Oh, that part didn't quite want to go where it needed to go. But yeah, this has been quite a bit of fun to build this mock so far. I'm really looking forward to placing my favourite part, and this was the same with building Florum, is placing all the minifigures and deciding where to put them in the end, and all the vehicles and the big battle. Like, we already have the Republic fighter tank, but I built that in as it is technically just destroyed, so it's kind of there for looks, and we dropped the part inside. Brilliant. Yeah, this tower is it's kind of refusing to be built. I'm going to cut the camera, get that part out, and fix it. So yeah, to get that part out, this tower I just realised can lift right off of its foundations, and there was two bricks that were attaching it to the ground stayed there. So I just found a way to make this slightly more mobile if I have to move them. Brilliant. I don't know if the other one does that. It should be able to do that. They're both the same design, so it wouldn't make sense if they both don't do it. So I'm hoping that's something they both do. But yeah, again, these towers, they're fairly simple for what they are, but they get the point across, to what they're meant to represent in Star Wars. Just more building and building. I know I talk quite a lot in these, but it's either that or you watch me build in silence because I don't add music. I've not quite graduated to that level of, video editing. Like, only recently have we started the video merger. But yeah, so that's, who knows, come back in once we hit 500 subscribers, which, considering we're nearly at 450, could be by the end of the year we could be at 500 subscribers. Who knows what will be happening. But yeah, once we're done building Christophsis, the episodes, I have a few ideas on what I want to do for 500. Because 500, that would be fun. That's like it is halfway to 1,000. I've been doing YouTube since June 2015, so I've been doing it for just over 5 years. It was at the start of June. My first video was on the June 12th, I think, was the first time I uploaded on YouTube. So yeah, that's kind of a fun day. I didn't really do anything on the channel for it. Like, I didn't make a video because I was doing this, so I kind of announced it in one of these videos. I can't remember which one, and I put it in the video's title, and I think I mentioned it in the description, which I would say is something. I did something. Well, as much as 5 years is cool, the one I really think I will like do a special video for is probably going to be 10 years if I'm still doing this in 5 years, which I hope to be doing. Whether or not it's the gaming content comes back and we scrap the Lego, which probably won't happen, but some people are asking me to just like bring back the gaming content full time. Now, there's a reason I won't bring that back full time. Those videos were good, but they didn't get a lot of views, and I was doing it on the Share Factory on PS4, but it's kind of like my gaming commentary isn't that good. I've not done one in like a few months. I did like Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, it was like my idea for that was like the hill climb episodes I did, taking random cars and trying to throw them around like hills and all that. I don't know what to do with those videos if I do bring them back. Like, maybe not hill climb like I was doing, but I was testing out all the different cars in the game that I could get my hands on. I only done 2 episodes. I did I think it was called the Washington, is the name of the car. It was like that, and I think I did I know I'm gonna say this wrong, and I know sorry, my throat there. I know I'm probably doing this saying it wrong, but I think it's called the Karen Finto is the name of the car. Obviously, Grand Theft Auto 5, if you guys are aware, all the cars have like different names to what the real world equivalents would be like. But yeah, I think that's the name of the car, at least I was using, and it was the one that was done with like the anime style decals. So yeah, the chances of all of that coming back are slim, but not impossible. Right now, I actually can't bring the gaming videos back, even if I want. My PlayStation 4 needs cleaned and serviced, and it's not working too great. And that's the only console I have that actually, can do all the game capturing without going out and buying all that, equipment that some people have, like the game captures and all that, and all the editing software. So that's the only one I'm really doing. Otherwise, I would be doing Minecraft Xbox 360 videos, because for a while now, I thought about using this approach, like just pointing my phone at the TV with the tripod and just trying it that way. But again, my very first YouTube video was Minecraft, doing it that way, and well, I didn't use a tripod. I just I balanced the phone between the arm of the chair and the cushion. So yeah, obviously, if I was doing it now, it would be much better, like much more professional. But when you think about it, like all my videos, well, I've never not done gaming videos like that since, and there's a reason for that. But all my videos have become slightly more professional. Like my first review was a shaky one-handed camera, and you barely got to see anything. That was like 5 years ago. Although it's upgraded to this. Like, obviously, I've gotten different phones for a time, so the quality is, it's gotten better for those reasons. Like the picture and brilliant. So I'm going to show you how the tower just pops off. And there's 2 grey parts there, which is really all that holds it together in the whole. Yeah, I just had to put it back in, but my videos are getting better over time. I mean, and I wouldn't say there's ever been a time it's been at its best, because it gets better all the time, if that makes sense. So right now is my current best time for the quality of the videos. Come back in like 5 years, it might be even better. It could be like 10 times as good. I don't know, who knows what content I'll be making, probably still Lego. Don't know about building series. I mean, this is the first one I've had in 2 years. It's like the second building series I've done since starting YouTube. I mean, I've had ideas since the last one. I thought about doing Hoth, but then M&R Productions did that, and well, he didn't finish it. But at the same time, I didn't want to pick up a project that a big YouTuber like that would drop. Not to mention, I don't really have the parts for Hoth. When I did building Forum in 2018, I actually went to the Lego store beforehand and bought parts that I thought would be good. What I'm doing here is I'm only building based on what parts I have. So who knows? There could be a point where I actually run out of parts or something. But I don't think we will. I think everything's gonna go perfect as far as parts go. But yeah, it's kind of like all the planning. It's all the expense of buying all the parts. I mean, I am more than happy to buy the parts for them. It's just like, do I really want to do the building series and what my? It's like, it's kind of like inspiration as well, because I'm just doing the main street of Christophsis, but I'm doing my take on it. Well, you could do that many different ways, but then there's like Hoth and Endor and like all those sorts of planets. There's like only certain ways you can do it without it like me creative, but at the same time it has to look right. One I would like to do is building Mustafar, like from the Revenge of the Sith. That's how I'd base it off of. I don't know how I would do that. Like, I'd build all the scenes. Like, I'd have like the landing platform. I'd have like the Separatist command center for all the dead Separatists, and I'd have like like the lava, like the fall, like the waterfall, but it's like the lava, and have all like the rock and like the scene with all that, like I have the high ground and stuff like that. But yeah, so I have like 4 window pieces left after using these ones I'm just covering up now. That'll be the last 4 using grey. We've got a whole bunch of them, well, a decent amount left. I will cover, I'm not gonna, yeah, I will cover these ones up, because if I'm having them 4 above it all charred, then these ones would be smashed. But yeah, I think it's looking alright. It's getting quite tall, so I will have to adjust. I'm gonna have to adjust that now. Just adjust the camera frame. Yeah, that's decent enough for what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm gonna cut the camera and just double check I have as many of those black parts as I need to get, you know, the kind of height and stuff that I want. Part of the bridge will be all charred and burning as well, and we'll like, have cones running towards the other tower for safety. Obviously, like I mentioned before, these towers don't have any interiors, and I'll be back in a second. Alright then, so I had to cut the camera, someone wanted to talk to me there. But yeah, so that is as far as the tower will go, as far as, you know, the grey parts and the windows. I'm just going to cover those windows up right now, actually. Like, that part will be covered, because if the rest of it's charred, then why would there still be windows in that part? So, from this point upwards, after this part, it will all be, like, charred, and the fire won't be added in this episode. The part of the building that will be on fire will be, but it will not be getting added in this episode. Again, the building's fire will get added in. The tower fire was episode 12, and that'll be on June 30th. Today's June 19th, so you guys have like 11 days until that happens. So you've got a while to wait. But again, that'll be one of the shorter episodes. I think this episode's probably going to be one of the longer ones. So I'm going to cut the camera. Obviously, I'm going to go do things that I need to do. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to let my phone charge. For you guys, it'll be like instantaneous, like a few seconds. But for me, it's probably going to be like an hour before I do anything again. But yeah, so I'll be back soon. At least for you guys. Like I said, it works instantaneous. But yeah, I have all the black parts ready. I'm just going to dig through, see if there's any more. Then we will get to building the charred part of the tower and the bridge. So see you guys then. Alright, so I'm back and we're going to be doing the charred section of the building. So I'm just going to be using these parts here. There won't be any windows. So yeah, I'm not going to install the things for the windows, like because there won't be any, because it'll be on fire. As for how I'm putting it on fire, those that'll all be added at a later date. Like, I'll be adding those in that video, as well as the attachments to make them on fire. So right now, it's basically the same as what I've been doing, only there will be no windows in the structure whatsoever. Like, if I find any window pieces just lying around, I will add like the odd window that somehow hasn't been blown out, or, you know, hasn't been destroyed by fire, or can windows be destroyed by... Right now I'm asking this question. I go for talk about Lego bricks to the fact, can a window burn? Wow, that is so stupid. I shouldn't be asking those sort of questions. Epic fail 100. But yeah, just building up the same structure. So as we get further on at this video, I don't think it's going to end up being as long as the last one. Although, dare I say that, because I've been saying that for a while with some videos, and they have just continuously gotten longer, so yeah. It's like I say that, and then the video's like, nope, I'm being as long as I frickin' want. It decides, not me. Even though I'm the one filming and doing all the stuff for it, it still makes all the decisions. Damn it. But yeah. So just going to continuously build, get all these parts up, and hopefully nothing happens to this tower, doesn't fall down, because it is quite wobbly. Although that is kind of the design, although like I said, these ones won't have any interiors, they won't have any, they won't have any doors or anything. Like, if you guys can't see the bridge from this angle, but there's like no door for it, but that's just the design. Like, on this scale it wouldn't work so well. So I'm just going to try and incorporate the bridge. So if I've got this part here, I'm only going to build it right this instant, like the kind of the, you know, what's the best way to put this? Like the bit the bridge would join into, like the main middle section of the bridge is not getting constructed at this this instant. But yeah, I'm just looking for the parts I can use to join it temporarily. Like, I'm not gonna permanently use these bricks for that purpose. I want to make sure these are on the same level. Yeah, I'm just gonna test out my fear. I'll be back in a second. Just getting a brick that would be more suited for this purpose. I'm not using this brick for the bridge, but it's a long, flat, smooth part that should probably, you know, work. Yeah, I've achieved it. So, yeah, the bridge will be there. Now, this tower I've just noticed is not directly centre with that one, but that's fine because the bridge will have some damage in the middle. So I'm going to remove this part of the bridge. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Oh, I'm going to try to at least. Because now I know where the bridge parts need to go because they have the parts fitted to stick them in. Yeah, I'm going to cut the camera briefly and try and fit this part back in. So yeah, both towers now have their bracket pieces so that I can fit the bridge in. I don't know if I'm going to design the bridge on camera. I've not actually designed the bridge yet, so we're just going to go with whatever happens. Obviously, you'll get to see it built. So I'm back. I had to briefly adjust the camera because it's getting tall. I had to do this in the last tower related episode, because of the height of the towers, and I had to keep adjusting the tripod. The phone was on, so you could see as it got taller, because then you'd just be looking at the same part and I would just be describing it getting taller. Like, we're already going to be out of frame here. So yeah, I have not got too many black parts left. It's probably just going to be same height or slightly taller. I don't think it'll be really that much taller than the other building if I can get it to that height. But yeah, just going to keep going. Again, it's like this if you guys are wondering or you weren't listening before. Or somehow just randomly skip this forehead. This is the charred section, that's why it's all black and I just dropped the part inside. I am not going to attempt this on camera. I'm going to cut the camera and get that part out. So as much as I didn't film what was happening there, that was a nerve-wracking moment trying to picking this thing up in order to, you know, get that part back out and place it back in. I was like, oh, please don't drop this, please don't drop this. It was, got kind of nervous. So I am actually going to have to go look for a part before we continue. I need one more of these. Now, at first I thought, you know, I could just use a whole bunch of these, but that really won't work for the look. So, yeah, this one's also going to have a collapsed roof, because that's been hitting the top section, all the burning and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to go look for a part like that we can use. But yeah, I'll be back in a moment. So I'm back. I decided we're going to use grey. Now, if you're wondering, wait, that won't make sense, this part's supposed to be all charred. There'll just be the middle section of this tower, like that one section of the tower that's like this. Like the top two layers might be like, they're safe, they've not caught fire yet, but the middle part of the tower has. And the fact that it's not like perfect, like you can see there's a black and transitions into the grey, you can see the fire's kind of working its way through the building still, so I mean that's cool. I don't have any window parts, at least that I can find that I could use. I mean, I'll have a look and see what, you know, I can come up with. I'll cut the camera after installing these parts here, see if there's anything I can find. I think the towers are almost at, yeah, they're almost at the same height, so, and I also need to adjust this yet again, so I'm going to cut the camera and adjust. So yeah, I know I'm still to do the bridge. I will not be doing that in this section of the video. I will cut the camera, go do some things I have to do, then I'll come back and do that. Like what I've been doing all day basically, but to you, like I said, it will just happen instantaneously. But yeah, I think that word has been used way too much. But yeah, so I found a couple windows that could just like random intact windows on the upper floors of the building. So yeah, well I found one so far. I'm pretty sure I've seen more. Yep, I found another one. Well, I found a couple, like, I could use a variety of parts, like, these windows are now smoke damaged, like the darker ones, like, I mean, I think that works, but yeah, I just need to place one more brick there, and then the actual tower well, no, I could do another, I want these two to be the exact same height, so I'm just going to continuously work a little bit more on this area, so just place that there. This is kind of nuts to see how high I'm having to lift up, you know, like adjust the tripod because of the size of these structures. It's kind of crazy to me, but yeah. This is not the first time I've tried building Christophsis. Beforehand, I built the towers, but I never uploaded it to YouTube. This was like 3 years ago. I just didn't think it was worth it. But yeah, just going through, see what I can find. Right, I think I found the last actual window piece I have that can be used. So yeah, this will be the final floor. Could add some details, I don't know, what we could put at the top. But yeah, so we used more of these grey pieces than we thought. Like, I underestimated how many black parts I have, but then I guess makes the towers burning look a bit better. But yeah, just gonna attach these parts here. This part does not want to listen to me. Wow. What is going on here? Yeah, there we go. So these are the last parts I am putting there. So I will be putting something in those areas. I'm thinking little grills or something, like on adjustment plates to like come down here, like ventilation. But yeah, I'm gonna cut the camera and then I'm gonna do the roof off camera because I'm not sure how I want to do that. I've sided against the collapsed roof because it's only the middle section that's gonna be on fire. But yeah, I'll be back once that is sorted. So instead of doing the vents idea, you guys can see I'm using slightly bigger windows at the top. The other tower doesn't have this. Again, I don't want them to look exactly the same, but you know, I want them to have a similar design in some areas. But you know, this one's got the more, you know, different design to it. Again, the full tower is not complete. There's a few other things I want to do, some of which will be done in this episode, and some of which will be done in the small details episodes, which are, you know, not for a while. Like, that'll be once all the main things are done. We'll focus on the smaller details. So here it is. The full tower structure is just slightly taller, at least I think it is, compared to the other tower. Now, adding these parts. Now, last time I just put studs on the bottom of one of these plates, and well, it held in nicely. But yeah, I know it doesn't look good on camera, but because you can't see it that well, but it is just slightly taller than the other tower. But yeah, it is really cool to see these towers look like this after all this time. Now, I think the roofs are going to be different, because one's going to have an aerial, and the other one's going to have like a satellite dish or something. I'm undecided on that. But yeah, that's kind of like the roof's main design at the moment. Again, other details will be added and, you know, things like that. But yeah, that's how it's going to remain for the moment. Like, the tower's overall design will get added, like the aerial and stuff get added, small details. I don't have the parts on hand. I know I have them, but they're just not at my disposal. So I'm going to cut the camera. I'm going to go eat lunch because that's something I actually I need to eat. Then I'm going to focus on the bridge, so I'll see you guys then. So, welcome to the last part of the video. Now, you're wondering, wait, why didn't I build the bridge in front of you guys like I've done almost everything else? Well, I have some reasoning for that. Number one, I didn't know the design. I didn't want to waste you guys' time with me trying things out and messing around with things. Like, I didn't feel like that was worth you guys' time watching. I feel like I'd been wasting your time. So yeah, so we have a design now. This part here is meant to be there intentionally. I can put my fingers through it. It's a hole that's can be blasted off. Like, I want the fire not to only be here, but I want the fire on here. Now, the bridge is not black because it's charred. It's just black, the bridge. Is kind of what I'm going for. But I will put a lot of the bridge on fire to begin with. Now, the bridge is not done. It needs more details done to it. As for the exact details, I don't know. So I'll put some grills, got some slopes up here. It's relatively sturdy. I mean, I wouldn't shake it around too much. I added this part on the top of this roof, just to make it a little bit more closed off, kind of like how I made this one more closed off. You guys can't see that in frame. Not that's as far as I can zoom out. I'd have to move the tripod back to show more. So I've just been, you know, messing around with things, and this is the design I come up with. I am lacking in parts, at least plates anyway, because I've used so many of them on the ground. Well, because I just didn't want it to be the best plate shown, because then it wouldn't be detailed and it would lose some. It would lose the look. But yeah, so I'm just at the moment the parts I'm experimenting with are grill pieces. So I'm gonna get a few more. I'm gonna cut the camera, get a few more of those, come back, and we'll start building. So right now I have 2 black parts and 2 grey parts to work with at the moment. So on these parts there will be something different. I will not be putting grills on those. There won't be any grill pieces on there. I'm gonna cut the camera right now. There's a bit of noise, and I'll be back in a second. So since I had to cut the camera to begin with, again, there's going to be background noise, I decided, what kind of parts I wanted and what I wanted to put there on that parts. So I have what I'm going to do on there. Now I've got all these grilled pieces that, they still need it attached to begin with. Again, I just want to apologise for any and all background noise because there are people in the house. Well, lockdown or quarantine or whatever we're going to call it. I am, not to mention I do have other people to begin with, so there is usually somewhat a bit of noise. But yeah, just going to continue with the building process. Why do I call it progress? Well, something is seriously wrong with me. Yeah, I'm going to have some black ones in there, but maybe I shouldn't put those in there. I'm just going to get more parts, or I'm not sure what kind of parts I want, but I'm going to look for some more slope pieces. So I'm just going to get that is my watch to tell me it is 1 o'clock. Oh, I got the time right. That's not an achievement. But yeah, I'm just grabbing all these, mostly grilled pieces I want here. Obviously there's going to be, I cut some slopes in a few areas that, I still require them. But yeah, 1, 2, I want at least like 6 of these because I've got a couple of ideas for where I want slopes. So I've got 3, I've got a bunch of the grills. I'm just going to cut the camera while I look for these because I'm wasting time here. Right, so I apologise for all the cuts repeatedly, but background noise and other things, I kind of had to do it so we could continue on, even though I don't think that makes too much sense to be honest, but yeah. So just there, gonna put those parts in there. I'm gonna have the black ones at that end next to the black slopes. I just feel like that works best. So I need basically another 3 on each end, so I need a total of 6 of these grills, but I'm sure can more than accommodate that. So the part in the middle that's been kind of shot out will be on fire, like up till that point will be on fire. At least when we do, I'll add the fire there when I do the actual, tower fire, which again, not going to happen for a little while. So don't expect that part anytime soon. So I just need to put on 2 more grill parts. Kind of having a slight issue finding those. I'm finding quite a few, but I can't find 2 the same colour. So I'm thinking one side we could just have a control panel because I found one of those and I found a grill. So we're just going to go with that. I'll have the control panel say this side. I don't know, maybe it's for the operations for, I don't know, the tower or something. Maybe operate the antenna or the satellite, it'll be on either one. But yeah, I'm going to zoom in, you guys can see where I put the control panel. So as for these bits, I'm going to have 2 lights on either side. So I'm going to build these lights, just a second here, I need to, it's a bit, hard to build these, get them, there we go. Is try to get the little boy parts in those pieces, if you guys can see what parts I'm utilising for that. And there'll be the cheese slope parts on either side of those. So again, these are long videos, as they get in longer and longer, but I think because we've done the biggest structure, or at least we've not added the small details, that'll be in another episode. Otherwise this thing might be an hour. The main structure, the biggest part of the mock is finished, which I'm happy we've gotten to that part. Within, this is the 9th episode, so I'm pretty sure this is episode 9 of the series. Let me check. This is, yeah, episode 9. Tower 2 and Bridge, that's what the title is. So yeah, I'm happy we get a decent amount of progress done in each episode that I've done so far. And to have the main, structure area type thing finished, that is, I consider that an achievement. But yeah, again, small details will be added to this bridge as we go on, because there might be an idea things I haven't thought of in this episode, but come the next episode, I might have a good idea. I'm gonna go find more parts. I'll be back in a second. So I found the very last parts we're gonna use in this episode. I know it's been a long one, but the amount of progress we've got done, this started off as just one tower and a slight part sticking out where I wanted the bridge to be. And in this episode we've done Tower 2, all the ground between the 2 towers, and the bridge. Obviously I could have done the small details in this episode, but I'm still figuring out what I want. I have an idea of what I want, but I'm not going to share it in this video. You guys will just have to wait till the small detail episodes, which those aren't going to have. I'll tell you at the end of the video when I'm doing small detail episodes, because if all these episodes are planned out, like I've said before. But yeah, there's the bridge. I'm just going to zoom out as far back as I can to let you guys see the entire structure that we have here. So we're reminder, the reason the part of that tower is black is because it is on fire and it is all charred and destroyed. And the bridge is black because, well, I didn't want a grey bridge. I don't know why, but I thought black was the best colour to do that in, and part of that will be on fire. This part down here is a part that's missing. It's been blasted out by the AAT. What will be in, yeah, there'll be an AAT that's been taking shots at these buildings because there'll be clones in them. And obviously we did the bottom floor area. But yeah, so this is the end of the episode. I think we're doing very well. Like, so the small details episodes where we'll get like the satellite and all that added. Small details, there'll be 2 episodes. Small tower details will be July 3rd. And small details, so like just in general, will be July 7th. And then I'll be like battle damage, and then after that I'll be like all the vehicle minifig placement and battle area and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. So yeah, I have I'm only a few subscribers away from the goal, which was actually I wanted to hit 450 by July 16th, like a month after I announced this, so in the previous episode. And we're getting there quicker than I thought. So I'm just going to briefly clear off this table and show you guys the progress in 9 episodes since we're going to have the 2 biggest structures finished. I'll be back to show you guys that in a second. Okay, so I've cleared off all the table, like all the stuff that, there's my phone case, I took it out to film. But yeah, I removed everything that wasn't the mock, apart from, you know, my minifig containment system. Video on that coming soon. Comment what minifigures you can spot just by looking at this angle. But yeah, we have done really well. The Republic side is almost finished. Like, that part is probably this side is where all the work is. This side I've not touched since I laid the floor on this area. But the next episode, you guys should expect, episode 10 is Separatist Command. So we will be working in this area. Again, the episodes won't be as long as this, I don't think. Like, there'll all be the on-camera building, like in this episode, but I don't think it will take as long. I say that, and it could be an hour long. I'm just kidding. I am refused to make a video that long. If it gets that anywhere near that, I will end the video, and we will have to continue on in the next part, and so on. But yeah, the only thing remaining is that tub. But yeah, really happy with the way this is looking. The floor, the bridge, everything. It just looks so much like better. Like having the full structure for the few days that it sat as one tower, it just looked off to me. But now that we have 2 towers and everything else that is here, it looks better, and it definitely shows you what planet this is now that this area is finished. Obviously, the small details episodes, the first one which will be small tower details, only on the towers July 3rd. So like that is episode 13. So in 3 episodes, you guys will have the small tower details, and this area will be officially finished. But yeah. So thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe. A shout out to everyone who's like been following this and whatnot. All the people who've been subscribing because of this mock. I do thank you guys. But yeah, if I'm just to pick my favourite part right now, it's probably the towers or the fighter tank. Those are my 2 favourite parts. But we have the AAT position somewhere here, like it's shot that, but it's also shot the fighter tank because that's what's taken the fighter tank out. Or it could be the Corporate Alliance tank droid. I'm putting 2 Corporate Alliance tank droids and the AAT into this mock. So yeah. Huge thanks to SB Bricks. He's in the comment section giving all the input. It was his idea to do that with the fighter tank. The way it's positioned, I originally wanted to put that upside down. If you guys remember from the planning video, or basically any video that was out before I decided to do the fighter tank, which I believe was episode 6. But yeah. Couple of weeks ago now. I'm really happy with the way this is turning out. All these episodes are getting very well viewed. So since I think I'll read out the next episode. So episode 10, Separatist Command. Episode 11 is the power plan, which will be next to it. Episode 12 will be the tower fire. Episode 13 will be small tower details. Episode 14 will be small details, like just in general. Episode 15 will be battle damage. 16 will be vehicle placement. 17 will be like the battlefield, like extra stuff. Episode 18 will be the crystal formations. It will be random everywhere because that's how Christophsis is. Episode 19 will be minifig placement, and then episode 20 will be the final. Then there'll be episode 21, which will be like a cinematic shot with just like pictures and music, which will be coming. So there's going to be 21 videos involving this, which is a lot more than what Building Forum had. But although Building Forum is where all this kind of started, the building series thing that I do, here on YouTube. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, shout out to SB Bricks. Also, check out LKB Gaming for gaming videos. Me and him are planning to do a collab or like a type of guest starring video when after lockdown is over. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for videos.